Welcome to a new episode!
We are super excited about this one. You have been asking us so many times, and now we're finally doing it.
We will finally show you
our home for tuna. But yeah, enough talking, let's start with this episode. For Tuna is a Beneteau Oceanis 393. She is the free cabin version with 2 heads. But before we're going downstairs to show you those cabins, we will have a look out here on deck where all the magic of sailing is happening.
So as the name already suggests, For Tuna is 39 feet long and 3.9 meter wide. We have a 14 meter high jet spars mast and a 1.9 meter deep bow keel. So at the moment our sail setup consists of 2 sails. They are already old from the first owner, so more than 10 years old, and it's time to replace. And for the Atlantic crossing we have some exciting news coming up. We have a very simple sail setup. We have a main sheet furling in and out, which allows us to use it single-handedly, and we can reef very easily. So initially we were a bit skeptical because a lot of people say that the furling system gets stuck or could get stuck. We so far didn't have that really, and it is way easier to handle it when we are out alone during night sails or longer passages or in stormy conditions. So we are actually changing all our sails and updating a lot more sails to be ready for the Atlantic crossing, and if you would like to know that, subscribe to don't miss out on the next episodes about our sail setup for the Atlantic crossing. For the main sheet we have basically one sheet to take it out and another one to furl it back in, and which is this one, and a very easy setup, like these are our 2 red lines, take it out and take it in, plus 2 green lines to control the boom left, right and up, down with the kicker basically. So very nice about our setup is that all our lines and sheets are going back to the cockpit, so we can control everything from there. In case it's stormy, we don't need to go to the mast and winch here or adjust our sails. So really recommend that. Our same system on the Genoa. Basically we have sheet on left and on the right side to take it out, and a furling system to take it back in. Also everything controllable from the cockpit and very easy to handle.
Here you can see our Genoa, which I personally love. It's a 140% Genoa, so it's pretty huge, but I don't really like heeling on a sailboat, which might be a little bit strange for sailors, but yeah. So whenever we have stronger winds, we prefer to take in the mainsail and still go on with our Genoa. It has a lot of power in there, it really gives us speed, but it keeps us less heeling than the mainsail. It is also a furl-in system, and as Michael has already been saying, all the lines are going back to the cockpit, where we are also going now. a spray hood and a bimini. We normally always have them up because they protect us from sun and wind, and especially if we do longer crossings, sun and wind really take up your energy. So if we can stay protected as much as possible, it really helps us going on longer. Our bimini also holds our precious solar panels who allow us to go on sailing and to be working here on the boat. In total we have about 390 watts of solar panel on For Tuna. We have two big solar panels on the bimini, 2 times 160, and then we have one smaller here under the boom, which is about 70 watts.
Welcome to our cockpit. Basically we go down and come up from below deck, and we can control our lines from here. So we have all the blocks, a winch for the main sheet. So all the lines for the main sheet come in here. So we have like the 2 lines controlling the boom, left, right, up, down, and the 2 lines to furl the sail in and to take it out basically. Plus we have 2 small lines for the traveler, so we can put the traveler from left to the right. Plus another one for the spinnaker or to go up the mast basically.
Our cockpit also holds a lot of storage room. We have about 4 lockers here under the seating areas where we keep everything we need outside, so from extra sheets and lines to all the fishing gear and the swimming gear, to all the bigger stuffs like paddles or hooks, and to all the more dangerous stuff like everything this is flammable, which is under that 4th locker here.
So we have a center steering wheel with all our instruments and our chart plotter. We have our wind meter showing us the wind direction and wind speed, true and apparent, the autopilot for the steering, our bow thruster, some horn and some charger, plus the depth sounder, which is very useful for anchoring where we are going now.
There in front, normally our precious anchor is sitting. It is a Rockner 20 kilograms. We are very happy with our anchor. It was actually the first major investment we made here in For Tuna. As we are mainly staying at anchor during the year, this is kind of our life insurance every day when we go to bed. So we are super happy to have made the investment. With the anchor we have about 80 meters of chain which are stored here in this anchor locker. We also have an electrical winch, which I'm pretty happy about because I have to do most of the pulling here at the anchor, so I'm happy that I don't have to do that by hand. In the last month we also finally installed a snapper for our anchor, so it takes off the tension of the chain, and yeah, we'll hopefully make it last longer. Here on deck, which we really love about For Tuna, is all the amazing amount of windows that we have, which might let a lot of heat in during summer, but also a lot of light. Especially our sky windows give a lot of light to the saloon.
Even if it's leaking.
Even if it's leaking, unfortunately. But we prefer it leaking with some light instead of having a dark saloon. windows is obviously also our security window. It's this big window Michael is just going down. It's actually the fire escape if anything happens in the back of For Tuna and we have to escape. So from here we can get out if the other exit is closed. And yeah, it's time to go down, but we will take the normal route and not the security window.
Welcome to our couch!
We will show you more of it in our next episode. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on our next episode next Friday, where we show you all our lovely interior.
Drop a comment if you have some special questions about what you want to see.
See you next week.
Bye bye.